Hi, I am Shimrit Nativ from Master Your Path Community and Programs, and I want to share with you today 6 hacks or tips to deal with anxiety when it really rises. So it's like a quick fix for anxiety, if you will. And hopefully this will help you in time of need. And before I get right into it, if you're not yet a member of my community, Master Your Path Facebook group, we are a beautiful community of like-minded, beautiful people, and you're more than welcome to join us. You can find the link down here in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can know about future videos, and of course follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, Shimrit Nativ, Transformational Coach. And now, without further ado, to my 6 anxiety hacks. When you're starting to get that feeling of anxiety, it might start with a physical sensation. It might start with racing thoughts. It might start with just a dreadful feeling. It can be really different for different people. But if you have anxiety sometimes, then you definitely know and can recognize it when it starts. So when it starts, and as the sooner the better, the first tip is to scale your anxiety. So just ask yourself, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, how anxious am I right now? Where is my anxiety on that scale right now? And then after you do one or a few of the next tips, then you can go back and scale it again. But research has shown that scaling your anxiety can lower it tremendously. And the reason for this is that once you scale your anxiety, you're actually observing it, and you kind of automatically create this differentiation between you and the anxiety. Because if you can observe it, if you can scale it, then you are actually the observer and not the feeling or thought itself or sensation itself. So number 1 is scale your anxiety. And as I said before, you can go back and scale it again and hopefully see how it is diminished. The second tip here is to name your anxiety. Again, research has shown that this as well lowers anxiety tremendously and quickly, and for the same reason. So naming your anxiety, and if you can literally write it down like a little journaling, and you don't have to have your special notebook or diary with you. You can just take a piece of paper and do this, just really as an outlet and as a quick fix, as we said, to start journaling your thoughts. Literally journaling, writing down the thoughts that you're having. You know, oh, what if da 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 da? Oh, I can't believe da 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 da. Oh, I'm feeling like this or like that. Whatever that is, don't judge it. No judgment, no expectations, no trying to change it. Simply just naming your anxiety and writing it down. And you will see that if you stick to this, the thoughts will start shift and you will actually move your energy, because anxiety is also stagnant energy in the body, right? Because all the energy is being taken away and moved into the fight or flight mode, even if there's no acute, real physical danger at that moment. So energy is getting stuck in that system. So when you start writing down your thoughts and letting yourself flow with that, you are actually letting your energy flow too. So name your anxiety. I would call this second tip. The third tip is to, again, move the energy in the body. So before it was moving the energy in the mind, in the thoughts, and now it is moving the energy in the body. So literally start doing jumping jacks or dancing or going outside for a jog or a walk or push-ups or sit-ups, anything like that. I love the jumping jacks as a real quick fix, and I can share with you that this has literally saved my client's life, I would say, at some point, and really made the big difference in a very crucial point between going and checking into a hospital because she was feeling so much anxiety that she felt she wasn't safe for her own self. And instead of that, finishing her day with her kids, having pizza, and actually finding more than ever her own strength and her own freedom and ability to shift her energy and to create her own inner landscape and get herself out of that rabbit hole. And since that day, her life is never the same because she had really found that key, and she will never lose that again. And it all started with jumping jacks that we did in an SOS session that she I called her up, what's going on, because we were texting. She was sharing with me how difficult the day was for her. I called her up. I told her, okay, let's go on Zoom. And the first thing we did was jumping jacks, and it really made a big shift. That started with that. So that's a little story about the power of jumping jacks. And of course, it could be any other kind of exercise or movement that you like to move the energy in the body. And now for the fourth hack or tip, and this is breathing. Yeah. So again, when we are in anxiety, when we're getting very anxious or stressed, our body literally harmonically goes into a fight or flight mode. And it affects also the breathing, which becomes shallow and shorter. So when we consciously and deliberately change our breathing pattern and make it slower and deeper, that actually signals the body that there's no danger around, because if there was, we wouldn't have been able to do that. When the danger is only in our mind, and anxiety is a reaction to thoughts. If we really need to go into fight or flight mode, if there's real immediate danger, then that's good, right? That we are going into this fight or flight mode, and I wouldn't call that anxiety. It is survival, but in the appropriate time when we actually need to survive. But when we are having anxiety, this is when simply our thinking creates that fight or flight survival mode without real reason. And that is what we call anxiety, and that can really create so much suffering emotionally, mentally, and physically. So this is where diseases come from. So back to the breathing. If you're consciously and deliberately slowing down your breathing and deepening it, you are literally signaling your body that there's no danger, and the fight or flight mode can get deactivated. So deliberately and consciously start inhaling, and you can count your inhale and your exhale, which will give you two things. First, it will occupy your mind from the overthinking of the anxiety. And second, it will literally help you to prolong your breath. And you would like your exhale to be longer than your inhale if possible. So you can count 4 for inhale and 8 for exhale, for example, or whatever. It doesn't really matter the numbers, just counting in and then double or more for out, and keeping that up for a while. And now for the fifth hack, and that is to simply chew gum. I know this might sound silly, but for the same reason, like what I was just sharing about breathing, when we are really in danger and when we really need to go into survival mode, then our body, some of the systems in our body get shut down, and that's good for a short period of time when needed. And some of those systems are the hunger, right? So there's no energy now to eat, to digest food, and so on. So when we chew gum, we literally, again, signal the body that there's no real danger, and then the body can actually affect our thinking. So this is a cycle, and we can go and affect the direction of the cycle from the thinking entry or from the physical one. Yes. So when we signal the body there's no danger, the body signals the mind there's no danger, and this can help us to start spiraling up and calm down the anxiety. And don't forget to go back and scale your anxiety after you do any of those things to really see the effect, and use that other kind of trick to work with your anxiety, to lower it and to manage it. And now to the sixth and last hack for today's video on how to deal with anxiety. And that is to listen to inspirational or motivational content. There is so much out there, so much out there, right? And because anxiety, again, is caused by thinking patterns, then when we listen to content that is being spoken to us, or maybe even shown to us if that's a video, then we literally kind of wash our mind, kind of like a brainwash, right? We brainwash ourselves with that content, with that message. So if we do that with news, with scary movies, with, all that stuff, then we really contribute our anxiety. But when we do that, again, consciously and deliberately, with inspiring content, with uplifting messages, with educating information that opens our minds to new ideas around anxiety or on any other topic, we literally change the thinking pattern. We literally change what is going on in here, what is being cooked here in this oven, and therefore what is we are getting out of the oven will change too. And instead of anxiety and all that comes with it, emotionally and physically, we will get a different outcome. So just insert different ingredients into that oven simply by listening or watching the right kind of content. So you can really have like a playlist ready maybe on YouTube for you with stuff that that uplift you and inspire you. And I can share my top two favorites as Abraham Hicks and Joe Dispenza. And really let yourself be brainwashed by the right kind of content. And I want to, on a side note, remind you with a different kind of concept that I talk about in one of my other videos here in my channel, which is a list of goodies. So kind of like this playlist of inspirational YouTubes or videos or podcasts and so on, you can also create yourself a kind of a playlist, or what I call a list of goodies. And all these things that I mentioned now in this video can go into that list of goodies. And that is things that spiral you up, that help you pick up your energy and feel good. So it could be any of those things that I mentioned today. It can be music that you like, a bubble bath, a walk outside, eating chocolate, meditation, a nap, really anything that that help you spiral up, and have that list in hand. Literally write it down. And that anything you write down physically has 25% more likelihood to really happen. It is 25% more likely that you actually do and take action as you've written that you would. So I highly recommend to write down those things in your list of goodies and have that somewhere on your fridge, next to your bed, on your bathroom mirror, wherever it works for you, so you can, when needed, not start thinking and trying to remember when you're in a bad state, coming up with those good ideas. That would probably not work so well. But if you have those good ideas, that list of goodies in hand, then you can literally and technically, mechanically just pick up something from that list and do that and help yourself spiral up. So in this video, I mentioned a few specifically that can help you with anxiety, and you can extend that list to other emotional states that you might need to pick yourself up from sometimes. I hope this video is helpful and inspiring for you. If you know someone that might need to hear this message today, please share this video with them. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.